Welcome to the Explainer. All right, today we're going to break down a system for focus that is so powerful, it honestly feels like a cheat code for your brain.
Let's be real for a second. We've all been there, right? Trying to focus, but the world is just throwing distractions at you nonstop. It feels like this uphill battle you just can't win. But here's the thing. What if the problem isn't you? What if it has nothing to do with your willpower?
Imagine being able to flip a switch and enter a state of peak performance, just like that. Well, you can. It's called the flow state. And no, it's not some kind of magic trick. It's all about brain chemistry. It's about creating this perfect internal environment where your mind is just firing on all cylinders. So, let's get into the nitty-gritty of this. To really get a handle on how to create flow, you've got to understand what's actually going on up there in your brain. This isn't about gritting your teeth and trying harder. No, focus is a biological thing. And the cool part is you can learn how to set it off. Think of it like this. There are four main characters running the show inside your brain. You've got dopamine, that's your motivation engine; norepinephrine, that keeps you sharp and alert; acetylcholine, that's what lets you zoom in on the details; and then there's serotonin, which keeps everything calm and smooth. Getting into that deep work zone, it's all about getting these four to work together in perfect harmony. And look, when you get that chemical cocktail just right, oh man, the results are just insane. We're not talking about a little 10% boost here. The science is clear on this. You can learn up to 5 times faster. You can double your memory retention. And you basically build this mental fortress where distractions literally can't get in. Okay, so that all sounds great, right? But how do we actually do it? Let's get into the 4 big rules for building this illegal focus system. This is where we stop talking theory and start building your actual toolkit. Rule number 1. This one is super simple, but it's also a total deal breaker. You can't skip this. Before you can even think about building focus, you first have to go to war with the things that are secretly destroying it every single day. And here they are, the 3 big offenders. First, obviously your phone. Seriously, use an app locker, or even better, just get it out of the room. Second, all that junk on your desk. That visual clutter creates mental clutter. And finally, the chaos inside your own head. You need a brain dump, a piece of paper where you can just park any random thought that pops up. All right, rule number 2. Here's what the pros do. They don't sit around and wait for focus to show up. No way. They summon it. They have a specific, repeatable ritual that acts like a trigger, telling their brain, okay, it's go time. And you can build one too. It's actually really simple. Check this out. You play the exact same song every time. You sit in your designated focus chair. You do a super quick physical burst, like 5 push-ups, and then you give yourself a mental command. You do this just a handful of times, maybe 7 or 10 sessions, and it's like you're training your brain. It'll start to associate that ritual with flow state, and boom, it'll happen automatically. Okay, rule number 3. And this is a game changer. Our brains are not machines you can just run 24/7. They have these natural rhythms, these waves of energy, and probably the biggest mistake I see people make is they try to fight that rhythm instead of just riding the wave. And what's the magic number you need to remember? It's 90. 90 minutes. That's roughly how long your brain can stay in that peak performance zone before it needs a break. It's called an ultradian rhythm, and it's just how we're wired. So here's how you use it. It's a power cycle. You go all in for 90 minutes. I mean all in. One task, no distractions, total immersion. And then, and this part is just as important, you take 20 minutes of real rest. That means no phone, no scrolling. Go for a walk, stretch, stare out the window. You have to let your brain actually reset for the next round. And now for our last rule, rule number 4. This is where we get to stack the deck in our favor a little bit. Since we know this is all about brain chemistry, well, why not use a few simple hacks to give those focus chemicals a little nudge when we need it most? And I'm talking about really simple stuff here. Things you can do right now. Need an instant jolt of alertness? Splash some ice-cold water on your face for 30 seconds. That'll spike your norepinephrine. Swap your coffee for green tea to get a smoother energy boost. You can even chew some peppermint gum. Studies show it actually boosts your cognitive performance. It's wild. Okay, we've covered a lot of ground. The science, the rules. The most important thing now is to put it all together into one single powerful system. A protocol you can use every single time you sit down to work. Let's walk through it, step by step. Think of this as your personal pre-flight checklist for deep work. It's 5 simple steps. 1. Prepare. Tidy your space, know exactly what you're trying to achieve. 2. Activate. Run your 5-minute focus ritual. 3. Execute. Dive into that one single task. 4. Rest. Take that real screen-free break. And 5. Reward. Give your brain a little treat. This is how you lock in the habit.
All right, we've gone through the chemistry, the 4 big rules, and the master plan. So if you forget everything else, what's the one big idea I want you to walk away with? It's this. The biggest change you can make is to stop thinking of focus as something that just happens to you. It's not luck, it's not willpower. Deep focus is the result of a system that you build. It's about creating the right environment and the right triggers so that focus is the natural outcome. It becomes inevitable. So now, you've got the blueprint. You've got the science. You've got the strategy. The only question left is, what are you going to do with it? What amazing things are you going to accomplish when you stop waiting for focus and start creating it?